Goedemiddag en welkom hier vanaf BOLAND Rugby Stadion wat gasheer speel vir die Thurlow Marsh Paasnaweek toernooi. 8 spanne wat meeding om die gesogte titel en so naby was die spanne aan mekaar. Kompeterende rugby, mededingende rugby wat jy gesien het hier op die BOLAND Rugby Stadion en ook geleentheid vir die klubs wat deelneem aan die toernooi om so 'n bietjie hul diepte te toets, kombinasies te toets. Behalwe die een wedstryd Never the Space en Roses donderdag aand waar die telling waar groot verskil was in die telling, was dit redelik naby aan mekaar. Menere, een saam met my en dan ook Eugene, julle indrukke van hierdie toernooi.
Ik denk tweede het ons lekker competerende rugby gezien. Ik denk is lekker voor die toeskouwers om ook te zien. Maar ik denk de grootste ding is al dat die gemeenschap wordt samengesloten door zo'n toernooi. En ik denk ook die blootstelling wat die spelers krijgen, kan ons niet helemaal oorskryf nie.
Eugene, heel wat spelers wat 'n geleentheid gekry het en dis presies wat jy wil hê in 'n toernooi soos dit.
Yeah, as Ian just alluded to, you want to test your depth, but it's a tournament over like 3 days, separate with a rest day in between, and it's all about the communities coming together and supporting their team. But I mean, for me, it's great to see the depth of club rugby here in BOLAND and how many players, the teams that we never saw in the top 12 last time out, and they are really vying for a place to try and get into that. For me, that is just magnificent. And when you come to an arena like this here in Wellington, I mean, what more can you ask for? And I think it's just going to get more people coming in here today.
Ja, en ook die Thurlow Marsh het met die idee gekom in 2023 en 2024 as die toernooi van stapel gestuur. Dis maar sy tweede jaar, wat beteken die toernooi is nog in sy baba skoene, maar verseker 'n toernooi wat kan ontwikkel.
Ja, definitief sal. Ek het met hom gepraat net voor die toernooi afgeskop en hy het gesê die grootste oorwinning vir hom is van die spanne wat aan die toernooi deelgeneem het, jy weet, was gepromoveer van hulle het groot welslae behaal. So ek dink die toernooi het 'n oogmerk, maar ek dink die groter oogmerk is om die spanne te ontwikkel en dan laat hulle groter hoogtes bereik en ek dink Thurlow definitief en die borge natuurlik het daarin geslaag om dit te bereik.
Gepraat van borge, een as ons net hoe belangrik is dit vir besighede om in te koop in so 'n plaaslike toernooi, as ons net van hy name kan deurkry, byvoorbeeld Sanlam, ons het Clicks, ons het Spar.
Ja, op Total, RSA Web. En ek dink sal net soos jy sê Reine ook natuurlik een van die borge baie belangrik. Want ons moet inkoop kry van borge en met meer borge kan jy meer geld kry, met meer geld kry groter blootstelling.
Eugene, ons het verskil om te sê wie in die finaal gaan wees. Jy het die reg tot jou opinie, maar jammer dat jy verkeerd was om te sê wie in die finaal gaan wees. Maar wat 'n reis tot die finaal vir die spanne.
Oh, it's just been magnificent. I think you alluded to it, day one, it was a little bit, I wouldn't call it mismatch, it was a little bit more bigger sort of margin of victories, but day two, certainly things stepped up. The teams were very tight, and the games we already saw today, we've seen them very tight as well. I think as it goes on, this will just sort of evolve this tournament. It is a magnificent tournament over the Easter weekend. It's about being together with families, bringing together communities, and I think it's just going to evolve into something even bigger. For me, the likes of Ronaldo Young, I'm just going to mention him, who came in and he's part of the Cavaliers side now as well. I mean, it's just magnificent to see guys like that, and I think that should be the driving force for anybody else that comes here that's supporting your club or trying to play for your club. Come in here, because you could be the little bit of a rough diamond that BOLAND's looking for.
Absoluut, ek kan nie genoeg saam met jou stem hier. Ons het gesien dat in die bowl het Willies Nutian het hulle wedstryd gewen en dan ook Winiats wat hier in die doodsnikke as oorwinnaars uit die stryd het getree het. Ons volgende wedstryd is Young Hamiltons teen die verdedigende kampioen Abbotsdale. Ongelukkig kon hulle in die finaal haal die jaar en ons weet nou presies wie in die finaal is. Roses United en dan ook Hillcrest United, twee plaaslike spanne.
Ja, sal eerstens om na die finaal toe te kom, seker die finaal wat almal uitgesien het, die plaaslike ondersteuners, maar dan daar die derde en vierde plek, die plaatsfinaal. Onthou die verlede, miskien as jy so 'n kompetisie speel, as jy in die derde en vierde plek speel, as daar niks om voor te speel nie, daar is prysgeld op die spel, as ook eer op die spel. So in die plaatsfinaal het die spanne nog iets om voor te speel en ek dink dit is baie belangrik in so 'n toernooi.
Eugene, ongelukkig weet ek julle twee moet nou gaan. Julle gaan die volgende wedstryd hanteer, die Young Hamiltons en die Abbotsdale game. Enigiets ten laaste van jou kant?
Yeah, just in terms of the game, you're going to see now Young Hamilton's Abbotsdale. I think Abbotsdale carried this on very well. They won the inaugural competition last year, just missing out by 2 points, and they would really want to stamp their authority and maybe getting across the line. I was very impressed with Young Hamiltons. They missed out on 8 points, but the two teams there, I think I mentioned to Ian the other day, it's not about BOLAND, it's about the Battle of Wellington. That is going to be massive two teams. That's going to be packed house here, and I think we can look forward to some good rugby here between two teams based here in Wellington. Why not? It's going to be magnificent here in the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival.
Absoluut, meneer. Sterkte vir julle twee vir die Young Hamiltons wedstryd. En tot de volgende keer, of liever ons gaan saam met Thurlow Marsh gesels. Hy is die stigter van hierdie Thurlow Marsh toernooi. So ons wag net op Thurlow Marsh wat op pad is. Heel wat toeskouers wat ook opgekom het hier by die BOLAND Rugby Stadion en ons verwag meer toeskouers bietjie later wanneer die hoofwedstryd plaasvind tussen die twee bierspanne. Thurlow Marsh, hy is die stigter en die uitvinder van hierdie toernooi. 2023 het jy met die gedagte opgekom. 2024 loods jy die toernooi. Ons is by die tweede toernooi, verseker nog in sy babaskoene, maar sekerlik 'n toernooi wat nog kan ontwikkel.
Goeiemiddag Saal en goeiemiddag kykers. Saal, ek wil sê dat die baba is groot gebore. Ek dink 2024 toe ons begin, het dit elke verwagting wat ek gehad het, dit oorskry. En hierdie jaar nog meer.
Thurlow praat saam met ons. Ons weet so 'n toernooi kan nie van stapel gestuur word met die logistieke beplanning, spanne wat agter die skerms werk wat nie noodwendig daai erkenning kry nie en dan ook die besighede wat ingekoop het by jou idee.
Kyk Saal, ek is maar die naam, maar my komitee, ons is klein in getal. Maar ek verkies dit so, is minder opinies, is minder stress wil ek amper sê. Lincoln Burns, hy is die direkteur van die toernooi, met Mario Nel en Ilse Pelham, is dit ons vier wat letterlik dinge aan mekaar sit, maar met my besige program is dit hulle drie wat die voort hou en wat dinge aan mekaar sit. En ek is net dankbaar aan hulle vir die vertroue in my en die potensiaal wat hulle kon gesien het in my karakter. En dan ook soos jy sê, 'n mens kan nie sonder borge enige event van stapel stuur nie. En ons is dankbaar aan Wellington Spar, Kenako Sportswear en ook Clicks en dan ook al die ander borge wat ingekoop het in die inisiatief.
As ek so kyk hier reg oor ons, die opkoms Thurlow, ek wil hê spesifiek jy moet praat oor jou indruk oor die opkoms, die mense wat die toeskouers of die ondersteuners wat dit ondersteun. Hoe belangrik is dit hier Thurlow en is jy tevrede met wat jy sover gesien het?
Ja, Saal, ek is hoogs tevrede en ewig dankbaar. Ek dink die BOLAND rugby gemeenskap is een van die mees passievolste gemeenskappe in sport wat jy kan kry. En met die kombinasie tussen die plaaslike spanne, een van ons buurdorp by die Parel en dan ook die mededingende spanne van Worcester, Malmesbury, Abbotsdale en Ceres. Met hulle getalle basis wat so groot is in terme van ondersteuning, het ek niks minder verwag nie, maar ek moet ook sê, hierdie getalle wat hierdie naweek opgedaag het, van donderdag af tot gister, en ek is seker vandag ook met die plaaslike derby wat nog moet kom, het dit my elke verwagting wat ek gehad het dit heeltemal oorskry.
Thurlow Marsh, ons weet jy het nog ander verpligtinge, so baie dankie vir jou tyd. Ons sien jou 'n bietjie later en ek sien uit na die finaal tussen die twee plaaslike spanne. Dis presies wat ons wil hê. Ons soek die beste span. Ons soek jou beste span hier. Thurlow, ons gaan bietjie later gesels, maar sterkte vir jou vir die dag vorentoe.
Baie dankie Saal en dan sterkte ook vir julle manne wat 'n wonderlike job vir ons doen daar in die ateljee of aan die boksen. Sterkte met die laaste twee wedstryde wat voor lê.
Baie dankie. Dis die stigters van die toernooi, Thurlow Marsh wat die idee gekry het in 2023. Ons gaan regstreeks na die kommentators daarbo, Ian en Eugene.
Well, it's a hearty welcome to one and all. Back here in Wellington at the BOLAND Rugby Stadium for the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival. And what a festival it's been. It's been magnificent rugby on show. Community clubs coming out, being supported by the whole of the community here. And today we are welcomed here in Wellington with cooler conditions, I must say. So I think the players will enjoy this because it is finals day. And the final we're going to bring to you here, it is the play final between the defending champions, Abbotsdale, are just missing out on that final by 2 points. They're up against the young Hamiltons, the team from across the mountain there in Worcester. My name is Eugene Mullen. With me is Ian. Ian, I mean, it's just been a magnificent festival altogether, put together very well. Thanks to all the sponsors, but also thank you, the players that have dished up some magnificent rugby.
Definitief, Eugene. Lekker om saam met jou uit te saai, die derde en vierde plek, bekend as die plaatsfinaal. En ek dink hierdie wedstryd, as ons praat van so 'n tipe kragmeting, is amper so, hulle sê, is amper soos om jou suster te soen, Eugene. Maar ek het natuurlik met Abbotsdale gesels van hulle spanlede, jy weet, van die bestuur het gesê, hulle sien uit na hierdie wedstryd, onthou hulle is die verdedigende kampioen. Ek het vir hulle spesifiek gevra, nou, hoekom julle terug van so 'n nederlaag af, jy weet, naalskraap gewees, en hulle het vir my gesê, wel, ons moet nou net die boksie tik. Ons het uitgekom om die toernooi te speel, maar ons wil ook ons merk los. As verdedigende kampioen wil ons nie net uit die toernooi gaan sonder om terug te veg nie. So hulle kom beklei vanmiddag.
Yeah, 100%. And the team from Young Hamiltons, they also just must start. They played some really good rugby. Men to look out for there is that second row there, Jean-Paul Voller and De Toy. They are two powerhouse there for Young Hamiltons as well. But also, I mean, that 10 there of Abbotsdale, Bisswell Abdul, he's had a very good tournament, Ian, and he's showed his talent, he's shown his capabilities, especially getting his team forward.
En dan Andrew Jantjies, ook in die Abbotsdale span, die kaptein, hy hoë werkverrigting aan sy kant, uitstekende werkverrigting, soos jy weet, soos hy die 80 minute speel, jy kan sien by die afbreekpunt, hy's altyd daar. En dan Milroy Isaacs, die veteraan, hy's ook 'n speler om vooruit te kyk, die nommer 4 slot.
Well, it is Hutton to kick us off here. He was a man that received one of the man of the match awards that was handed out early on. Taking play deep into the 22. That's a good kick there. Out of their own 22 by Abbotsdale. But this is where Young Hamiltons could be very dangerous. Hutton again. He's dragged down there on the halfway line. Referee is going to give the first penalty going the way of Abbotsdale holding on. Because they were competing well at the breakdown there, Abbotsdale.
Goeie begin daar deur Young Hamiltons. Ongelukkig verloor hulle die bal in kontak. En voordeel aan Abbotsdale, maar ons kan klaar sien, as Young Hamiltons die bal in hand het, hulle is lus vir hardloop, ons het hulle in die vorige wedstryde gesien, jy kan nie gapings los in jou verdediging nie, hulle sal gate daarin slaan en munt ook daaruit slaan, so ek dink Abbotsdale sal daarop moet let vanmiddag, hulle kan nie spasie gee vir Young Hamiltons nie, hulle is uiters gevaarlik veral in die agterlyn.
And this is a facet play, the lineouts where Abbotsdale are very, very strong at. Looks like everybody is in that line out. This is the first one to be thrown in there by Skiepus. Finds his jumper. There it is. How are they going to set the maul? Trying to go forward with that maul. Young Hamilton's keeping them at bay. Is drifting to the sideline here a little bit. Now it goes into the 22, brought down. Out it's there by Hein, who's back in the starting lineup for Abbotsdale. Abdul pops it inside there to Jacobs. Got to keep an eye on that inside centre as well. Godwin Jacobs, very elusive runner. Out again behind. Now a few men looking for work here. It looks like that is Abrams. Connor Abrams coming off his right wing looking for work. Now it's popped in there. There's the first run by Isaacs for Abbotsdale. Still going towards the right. That pass is deemed to be knocked on. And we're going to go for a first scrum here. Maybe just not decisive in their decision making from Abbotsdale.
Ja, definitief Eugene, hulle is ook nie konsekwent met die besluitneming nie. Ons kan sien, hulle hardloop dwars oor die veld in steede van miskien om gapings te skep deur die middelveld. Maar weer eens daai hanteerfoute vroeg in die wedstryd. Miskien moet die spanne net so bietjie meer kalmeer. Is nog baie vroeg in hierdie kragmeting, net onder 'n minuut se speeltyd verstreke. So daar is tyd. En hierdie breekenspel is ook uiters belangrik dat ons net daai kommunikasie weer reg kry tussen die spelers, net om te sê manne, kom ons vat tyd. Ons het dit. Ons moet net weer terug gaan na ons oogmerk toe. Baie belangrik hierdie onderbrekings in spel. En dit is interessant om te sien hoe die spanne dit gebruik of nie gebruik nie. Ons sal hierdie wedstryd sien. Baie interessant die breekenspel waar dit miskien die een span momentum kos, die ander span momentum weer gee, maar dit sal ons derentyd hierdie wedstryd sal ons dit sien.
Still a big occasion this for both these teams. Third and fourth playoff playing in the plate final. Abbotsdale, Young Hamiltons. Williams pops it out there to Hutton. He pops it on that very educated right boot of his. But that is well picked up there by Peters. Well, seems to have lost the ball now. It's a little bit all over the shop, but Abbotsdale have tied it up. Now, can they just get a platform set here? They're looking to play the game. Maybe just need to slow it down a little bit. Now, that's a good run. Oh, how's that? Taken in, brilliant stuff. Can he get there? The bounce of the ball. Oh, it's in the hands of Abbotsdale, and they are going to fly into this rock. Looking for quick ballers. Hein pops it out here to the right-hand side. Men are plenty on the side. Surely he's going to go over. Yes, he is. The captain himself, Andrew Jantjies. with the first score, and that was brilliantly done. But it all started by a very, very good break in the midfield, running a good line through the defence and the bounce of the ball going Abbotsdale's way.
Uitstekend daar Eugene, en soos ons gesê het, miskien moet hulle net hulle kontak of hulle aanval bietjie varieer en uiteindelik gedoen 'n uitstekende werk gehad in die middelveld geslaan en uitstekend afgerond deur die kaptein. Maar goeie werk deur Abbotsdale en ons sien klaar daardie spelpatroon wat ontwikkel vir Abbotsdale. Hulle is selfs die voorspelers is baie beweeglik Eugene en dit is interessant om te sien. So ons sal deurentyd in hierdie wedstryd sien daardie hoë werkverrigting met die afbreekpunte van daardie voorspelers en die balvaardighede ook uitstekend van Abbotsdale. Ons het dit gesien daar die kaptein wat uitstekend oorduik. Baie goed ook gevat en welverdiend Abbotsdale wat die eerste 3 in hierdie wedstryd aanteken.
I'll ask you a question after this kick in. It's going to be Abdul. Left footed. Oh, dare I say it, through the middle, 2 points out. It's 7 points to 0. Abbotsdale here over Young Hamiltons. And is it Abbotsdale saying, yeah, like, listen, okay, we're missing out on the final, but yeah, we're going to show you what we're all about.
Definitief, dis die intensie van Abbotsdale. Onthou hulle is die verdedigende kampioen. Hulle het bietjie seer gekry met daardie verloor. So hulle wil definitief hard terugkom. Ek het in ons oploop na die wedstryd gesê, toe sê ek, hulle wil graag hulle merk los. Hulle wil nie net uitgaan in die toernooi nie. Hulle wil sê ons was hier en ons het iets uiteindelik uit die toernooi gekry. Dis die belangrike oogmerk vir Abbotsdale.
Good hanging kick that was there by Hutton, lying his pack of fours to get there. It's a little bit of a knock-on advantage here for Young Hamiltons. It is. Out it comes. Williams. Hutton pops it onto his right-hand side with supportive runners. Not sure whether the advantage is over. This play continues. Williams. Again, Hutton. There's the big man out there again. That is Jean-Paul Valler. He will always be there looking for the ball. Hutton. Now here's a few of the quick men. Oh! What a step that was there by Ardendorf. Again, getting over the Varney's line. They're going to switch play over to the right-hand side. Hutton. That is Jacobs, Lorenzo Jacobs with the dart. He pops it up there to Haynes. Walid Haynes, the number 8. But here it is again. Out it goes to the left winger, very close to the line. And the pass was deemed forward. I think from our advantage point, it did look like it had a touch of forwardness in it. So they're going to have a scrum here and that portion of play comes to an end.
Ja, net Eugenie skeieregter Jacques de Klerk, hy gaan 'n bietjie van 'n tawwe middag hê, ons het gesien in die vorige wedstryde, die konsekwensie van sekere besluitneming, so dit gaan belangrik wees as jy 'n besluit maak, konsekwent wees en beide spanne straf vir dieselfde oortreding, ons het gesien in vorige wedstryde, so dit gaan ook 'n belangrike faktor wees, die indruk wat die skeieregter Jacques de Klerk gaan maak op vanmiddag se wedstryd.
Important scrum here, early doors. 5 minutes gone, still 7 points to 0 to Abbotsdale. Hein, a little bit low there for Abdul, but he had great hands, but that is charged down. There's about 3 blue shirts running onto this one's a little bit of a grubber, and over he pops. Brilliant opportunistic try by Otto. It was charged down initially, and then it was a little bit of football skills, and over he pops. And the conversion to come, and that's going to not tie things up, that's going to give 7 points to Young Hamiltons.
En ons kan klaar sien beide spanne wat gaan aanval vanmiddag en daardie ongedwonge foute wat elke of ieder span duur te staan kan kom. Ons sien klaar dat Abbotsdale word gestraf deur een van daardie foute, maar uitstekend daai opskietverdediging, plaas baie druk op die skopper en uitstekend gedoen deur Young Hamiltons om ook hulle eerste 3 vanmiddag te kry.
Oh, that ties things up, as I alluded to. I was just a little bit mystified because I'm looking at the scoreboard across and not sure what was going on there, but things are tied up here. Well, what a game in prospect. Abbotsdale, Young Hamilton, 7 apiece.
Eugene, net interessant, jammer om in die rede te val, interessant net as ons kyk na beide spanne se denkwyse in so 'n wedstryd. Onthou, jy het verloor, so miskien is daar 'n bietjie meer vryheid ook in die spelers. Daar's nie so baie druk per se om die finaal te wen of deur te dring na 'n groter, wedstryd toe nie. So miskien is die druk 'n bietjie van die spelers af en miskien kan ons meer ekspressiewe rugby sien van beide kante ook.
I think it's more just a case for Abbotsdale. They want to show what they're about, but here comes Young Hamiltons. They are not going to be found wanting. They're not here just to make up numbers. Team from across the mountains there. Hutton, got to watch him. Always looking, just going astray. That pass. Referee's happy? No, he's not happy because there was a little bit of a double knock-on, so another scrum. Got to keep an eye on that fly off. Mr. Hutton, he's very elusive, as I said. He received his Man of the Match award from one of the previous days and justified with that as well. But this is a good opportunity in the middle of play on the 10-meter line here of young Hamilton's Abbotsdale ball. It was Connor Abrams with that darting run that led to that try. He found himself here on the right-hand side again, and just having a look and see. He's just one where they might just peel the 8 off the scrum, or are they going to just go to Abdul there on the left? There's the 8. Pops up there to Williams. There is that man there. Connor Abrams pops it out to the right winger. Connor Abrams. Oh, that has been going forward. Oh, that was brilliant play. Well, I think I read that from quite well up here because it was the 8, Bartman, that picked it up. He's another elusive runner. And then popped it up to Hayne, and he had runners up plenty on his outside, Connor Abrams. And then it's Connor Abrams that just couldn't hold on to the ball as he was tackled.
Maar weer kan ons sien haar gevaarlike agterlyn van Abbotsdale as hulle spasie het. Uitstekende werk daar deur die senter. Hy het goed aangesluit daar aan die buitekant. Dit was Jared Jacobs en 'n goeie werk daar deur die vleuel, maar net ongelukkig word hy plat getrek net voor die doellyn en daai aangee was vorentoe, maar weer kan ons sien Abbotsdale lyk uiters gevaarlik as hulle bal in hand het.
Yeah, they've got men aplenty with gas and talent and skill. Williams with the scrum. Oh, Williams with the scrum under pressure from Abbotsdale, and there you can see how happy they are because they have now got a 5-meter scrum on the attack.
En dis wat dit gaan vat, daai intensiteit, jy moet aangeskakel wees by sulke tye, jy moet konsentreer en ongelukkig die skrimskakel daarvan Young Hamiltons wat sy bal op die kritieke oomblik sy oog van die bal afhaal en 'n aanslaan begaan en dis 'n kritieke fout wat hy begaan etlike meters voor hulle eie doellyn en kan Abbotsdale minslaan uit hierdie geleentheid. Ek dink Eugene hulle moet dit gebruik.
Oh, Godwin Jacobs, he looks very interested in this. He might stay with the forwards a little bit, but the right wing has also come off his line, off his wing. That's a good scrum. Pops up there too. That man Jacobs, he's held up. Now they go to ground. Referee say he got to release. Oh, he fell the wrong way there. Yeah, he fell the wrong way. So another penalty going the way of Abbotsdale.
Ja, ons het gesien in voorafgaande wedstryde ook dissipline wat spanne duur te staan kom, so dit gaan ook 'n groot faktor wees in hierdie kragmeting.
They want to play the game at pace here. Just a meter so short. Out it pops again, Hein. Oh, he's showing some brute strength there. Ever closer to the try line. There's Abrams again. Policies, that's here's Connor Abrams. Has he gone over the line? Referee deemed that to be held up.
Sterk hardloopwerk daar deur Abrams gewees en ongelukkig word hy net opgehou oor die doellyn. Maar goeie verdediging, ons moet dit gee vir Young Hamiltons, maar hulle is nou heeltyd onder druk en Abbotsdale wat op die voorvoet is. Hulle sal moet afrond in hierdie fases van spel. Want ongelukkig, jy weet, as jy die voordeel het, moet jy dit doen. Jy moet dit doen, ja, want onthou, as jy dit nie doen, kan jy swaar gestraf word. Ons het gesien in vorige wedstryde, spanne wat guldige geleenthede deur hulle vingers laat glip het en die oppositie wat dan minslaan daaruit. So Abbotsdale kan nie dieselfde fout begaan nie.
Another opportunity here, 5 meters out. Much better scrum here from Abbotsdale. Out it pops there again to Jacobs. He's held up practically under the post here. Now the pick up and drive. Nearly there. Abbotsdale with all the ball at the minute. Oh, the tackling. Ferocious tackling by Young Hamiltons. That's what they have to do here. The penalty is going to go. Not rolling away. It's a quick tap. Has he got there? Oh, he's held up again. Defensively, Young Hamiltons are just keeping their try line away from Abbotsdale at the minute.
Uitstekende werk deur Hamiltons, maar hulle is nou heeltyd op die agtervoet, maar goeie konsentrasie by die verdediging. En is asof daar die laaste aangee net nie wil na die speler toe gaan wat dit moet nie, of die verdediging van Young Hamiltons wat die aanval uitstekend lees. En as al by 2 geleenthede wat hulle opgehou is. Dis nou Abbotsdale, hulle was letterlik oor die doellyn gewees, maar uitstekende verdediging deur Young Hamiltons.
Well, is pressure going to tell, or will Young Hamiltons say, listen, you're not coming over, and managed to steal the ball off them. Again, we see Godwin Jacobs. And then also lurking behind him is Abdul. Don't forget about Connor Abrams there, the outside center. He's already had his say in this game. Good scrum. Out it pops. Abdul, oh, not the best of passes, and he kicks the ball, and now then, here comes the young Hamiltons. Oh, could that have been? What could have been? If the left winger, 14, could have held on to that.
So het of Young Hamilton straf vir Abbotsdale, maar weer eens daar hanteerfout op kritieke oomblikke. Miskien speler wat net daar aan tussen pasie het van die oppositie wat op hulle afkom en net op daardie kritieke oomblik haal jy oog van die bal af en jy slaan hom aan of soos ons gesien het daar, jy weet nie wat moet jy doen, jy moet hom vat, moet jy hom skop.
Ja.
En ongelukkig daar vir Young Hamiltons, hulle wat ook die bal aanslaan, maar die eerste aanslaan was aan die kant van Abbotsdale gewees.
Well, wasn't the best of passes, I have to say that, from Hein to Abdul. Now, there's a chance here for young Hamiltons. Can they get some territory? Popped inside there to Otto. He already scored a try. That ball is loose but picked up by Lucas. And he's sort of running laterally and away from his support. So you just got to be careful there. That he's not isolated. He's not. Here comes Hutting. A little bit of a dummy. Pops it up with his left foot. Oh! But I think it was in front of the kicker. So another penalty going the way here of Abbotsdale. And are they going to go for the post here? Somewhere along the line, you've got to ask yourself the question, did we just take the points on offer? Because we keep playing the game at high pace and we're not getting anywhere because this defensive line from young Hamiltons are keeping their own here.
Kritieke vraag Eugene word beantwoord. Hulle gaan pale toe. Hulle het heeltyd geboer in die doelgebied van Young Hamiltons en uiteindelik besluit hulle om pale toe te gaan. Maar weer soos ons sê, as Harry kans hulle voordoen, moet jy dit vat, want het kan jou duur te staan kom in so 'n wedstryd. Ons kan sien dit gaan 'n hoë energiewedstryd wees. Dit word gespeel met intensiteit. So jy kan nie bekostig om te ver agter te loop in so 'n wedstryd nie.
Purcell Abdul, he adds the 3 points and they, Abbotsdale, go to a 10-7 lead over young Hamiltons. Well, as this weekend has progressed, we've seen the games get tighter and tighter all along here at the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival here in Wellington.
Definitief Eugene en lekker rugby oor die naweek van donderdag het ons gesien, so uitstekende vertoning van die spelers en ook die gemeenskap wat uitkom om het te ondersteun en ek dink dit is wat so inisiatief doen, lekker ook om die gemeenskap te bou.
It was Langeveld with the kick that time, but it's in the hands here of the left winger Mahoney. We haven't seen much of him. He boots it forward straight into the hands of Ardendorf, and again I think in front of the kicker. So here's a penalty for young Hamiltons, and they can all of a sudden answer straight back. Again, is the distance a little bit far, or they're going to try and kick the sideline here?
So 'n lekker windjie wat so oor die veld waai, lekker koel. So dis nie so warm soos die vorige 2 dae nie, so dit kan ook help.
Well, the answer is they're going to go for the post. And if this goes over, I mean, this ding-dong battle is just ebbing and flowing one way then the next, from Abbotsdale to Worcester, it seems.
Sal krities wees Eugene met die wind wat nou net so oor die veld waai. Onthou dit kan 'n impak maak oor die vlug van die bal. So as jy skopper is, moet jy dit so beplan of so skop dat jy weet dat jy die wind in jou guns het. So dit sal interessant wees om te sien hoe hierdie bal gaan tref.
It's important that the guys chase it up as well. We've seen that as well over the course of this weekend. Not doing the basics, but Langeveld, see if he can tie matters up here. It's driven low, but misses the left hand upright. And I'm sure Abdul will just dot this down. Eventually, there he goes. And we'll have a 22 dropout. Just slowing things down. And I think this is another aspect of it. Game awareness has to come part of it as well. And just to, play the game at our pace. We're not going to just be helter-skelter at times. Oh, that's a good kick by Abdul. Straight on. That man there, the 15, I think it was. But then they coming away with it. Young Hamilton's straight back, and that's driven forward. Now they got release balls there for Williams. Few of the big men here in the midfield. That man there, Lucas, again prominent with ball in hand. Play just outside the 22 for now. That's a good run in by Raiters. Getting across the advantage line yet again. Men running onto the ball with pace. That is what you want. Presenting the ball nicely there as well for Williams. In fact, it's a pick up and drive from Haynes that time. The big number 8 going forward. Still there for young Hamiltons. They are itching forward here. Maybe they're smelling more than just 3. They're smelling 5. Going a little bit laterally there, but they're managing to hold the ball. Williams. Brilliant pass out there to Detoy. Presents it on a platter. Here it comes, Hutton. Now it's in, just behind him. Has it gone backwards? Adendorf still with ball in hand. Manages to hold the ball, but they're going to come back for a previous penalty. So now it's a chance for young Hamiltons to show their attacking foray.
Ja, dis nou young Hamiltons wat deeltyd op die aanvallers kan laaf rond.
There's a quick tap there by Ottos, threw the ball straight to Hines. Walid Hines, big men. These two teams, they want to just put a dry fest on, but that ball's been lost forward. So it's going to be a scrum, 5 meters out, and it's going to be Abbotsdale's ball.
Ja, young Hamiltons het hulle miskien selfs op die kan skop daar. Ongelukkig laat hy daardie geleentheid deur hul vingers glip. Weer eens daardie konsentrasie op die kritieke oomblik wat verloor word. Maar goeie verdediging aan die kant van Abbotsdale gewees daar. En elke situasie natuurlik, Eugene, moet jy goed opsom as jy in 'n sekere situasie is. Jy weet daai wat 'n speler kan sê, jy weet ek maak op my intuïsie staat, jy weet ek gebruik my die ander vlakke van ingesteldheid, jy weet om 'n verskil te maak. En miskien as 'n speler op 'n gegewe situasie is, soms vries 'n mens, miskien die druk is 'n bietjie groot, veral in so 'n wedstryd wat jy indruk graag wil maak. So dis ook baie belangrik die speler se ingesteldheid in so 'n kragmeting en daardie 1-op-1 situasies, veral as jy speel teen 'n speler wat miskien meer fisiek is en andersom, net daardie ingesteldheid van jou in so 'n wedstryd ingaan.
Are you surprised? We've now seen a few penalties in maybe kickable positions that both these teams said, no, we don't want to do that. We want to play running rugby. Are you surprised by that, or is it more a case of I'm aware that both these teams want to leave their mark on this tournament?
Ja, ek dink dit is presies Eugene wat hulle wil doen. Hulle wil graag hulle merk laat op die toernooi en selfs 'n bietjie positiewe rugby speel, maar onthou jy kan ook net soveel speel want dit kan jou duur te staan kom aan die ander kant, want onthou jy wil ook nie soos jou posisie speel nie, jy wil jou eie besluite maak, soos ons nou net sê daardie ingesteldheid van die spelers op gegewe situasies. So dit sal belangrik wees om te sien hoe beide van hierdie spanne gaan speel verder in die wedstryd.
Popped up again to Jacobs. He gets across the advantage line yet again. Now then a little bit more area here. If this ball does come up to Abdul. In fact, not yet. It's still with the fours. They're playing the blind side. And they are gaining some good grounds here. But that is driven back. Presented now back there by Abbotsdale. So they still got ball in hand. Good competing at the breakdown. That was good competing at the breakdown and then just forcing Abbotsdale to play the ball on the ground.
Ja, Jacques de Klerk wat hulle straf daar, dis vir Abbotsdale. En weer eens 'n goeie geleentheid daar vir young Hamiltons. Hulle is weer op die voorvoet. Hulle gaan kantlyn toe skop.
Yeah, I can understand this one is at an angle. And as you rightly said, that breeze is stiffening. But maybe we can see maybe a catch and more sort of opportunity here for young Hamiltons. They got a few big men, as I said there. They've got Hines, they've got Jean-Paul Valle, they've got the toy in there, Ronaldo, Lucas. There's the maul. Oh, there's Hines, still driving forward, the big man. 5 meters out, young Hamiltons. Up it pops, Reuters. He had Lucas in support there, driving him forward. They're itching their way forward here. Reuters again with another run forward. He's held up. In fact, it's stolen by Abbotsdale. Brilliant defensive work yet again. Oh, that's coming in, but the referee says there's not going to be any advantage. Brilliant stuff now by Abbotsdale on defense.
Ja, 2-3 keer Abbotsdale uitstekende verdediging aan die dag gelê en weer op by kritieke oomblik wat young Hamiltons daardie bal verloor. So hulle sal definitief bietjie moet gesels en sê manne, ons kan nie sulke foute begaan nie, veral as ons die geleentheid het wat hom voordoen. Ons moet ons kansse gebruik.
Yeah, they have to. They just got to keep that ball in contact. It's the second time they've lost it in contact now. It looks like they're going to have a replacement here for young Hamiltons. The men have just warmed up away to our right-hand side there. But I think all these players will be very much appreciative of the cooler conditions that what we have here today. It was blistering hot on Thursday. It was even hot on Saturday coming here. These two teams, they want to put a showcase for everybody as everybody is streaming in still into the BOLAND Rugby Stadium here in Wellington.
En onthou Eugenie, die groter oogmerk van die toernooi is natuurlik, jy wil ook graag jou ander spelerskorps ontwikkel. Jy wil die diepte toets. So ek dink dit gaan ook belangrik wees in so 'n kragmeting. Dat jy daar die diepte toets en ook vir spelers wat nog nie so gereeld speelkans kry nie, ook daar die blootstelling gee.
Cedric Blom coming onto the field. Just replacing one of his players there. Looks like that's I'll tell you in a minute who that will be. But this is an important scrum for Abbotsdale to see if they can clear their lines. Practically where they were 2 or 3 minutes ago, Ian.
Ja, nee, definitief.
Are they going to do the same? Getting Jacobs front foot ball here. Referee not happy with that. I have to say there's one aspect, the scrummage, that I'm actually very pleased about. We haven't seen too many resets over this weekend. So the referees must be well and truly thanked for that, sort of leading that and sort of dominating and dictating how the scrum work is going to be done.
Nee, definitief Eugene, 'n verblywende aspek. Ek moet saam met jou stem. Dis een van die fasette wat goed gewerk het sover.
Good scrum. There's Jacobs with the ball. Again, he loves just running in a straight line, doesn't he? He bundles over Walid Hines there. But Abbotsdale still looking to play, still looking to get a few phases together. Oh, they offload. Yes, Connor Abrams. Now then, he's got no one on support, though, so he's got to make sure he presents this ball nicely for them. Abbotsdale still on the attack. Nice and low there from Bartman. Trying to be driven out here to the sideline. Hein. Quick ball out there by Peters to a few of the big men. Well, that ball has been stolen. Here comes young Hamilton's in the form of Langeveld. Well, yeah, no advantage gain, so they're going to come back for the knock-on. And it's just a little bit of chess here, it looks like. No quarter given. And just a 3-point game at the minute.
Ja, definitief spel wat nie lekker aan die gang kan kom nie. Heeltyd onderbrekings, 'n span wat nie die boetoon kan kry en hulle kan nie in die wedstryd inkom nie. So dis 'n bietjie op en af nou.
Well, it's a big loss because of these Tinners, the toy that's come off for young Hamiltons. And he was replaced there by Blom early on. Looks like his ankle's not the best. And now the other big man, Walid Haynes, he's being seen to. Just getting a little bit of attention. Yeah, it's just no flow really as such. Yeah, it is 10-7 to the team from Abbotsdale, and they just can't get into their flow here. But I think both teams are not allowing the other team to get in any type of flow. There's good competing at the breakdown as well. And they're trying to put a few phases together. We haven't seen much of a kicking game, I have to say that, from two men who I think are very, very good positional kickers in this team.
Maar is presies soos jy nou sê, die ander span wat nie die ander span die geleentheid gee om bietjie intuïtief te wees en jy weet sekere goed te probeer nie. So dit is 'n positiewe aspek, maar aan die ander aspek Eugene, as ons kyk weer eens daar hanteerfout op kritieke oomblikke. Ons praat heeltyd daarvan, maar dis 'n kritieke aspek van die spel wat die spanne sal moet dophou. Want ons het al gesien in die verlede 'n wedstryd wat nie so wyd is in telling nie. Jy weet aan die einde van die dag is dit daardie foute wat die span hier te staan kom. So dis ook 'n aspek om dop te hou.
Oh, Williams now. I mean, your words are not even cold yet. Another unforced error. And the youngster, he just drops his head, being spoken to there by the experienced Walid Haynes. So now it's a chance for Abbotsdale to feed the scrum. Just not get going here. For one, just play the territorial game.
Yeah.
Yes, you can play the expansive rugby. You know, kick your penalties, the lead goes from 3 to 6 and so forth, and then the other team will be chasing it more, and that's more going to create more gaps. It's just that game awareness. Understand leaving your mark on this tournament. Just keep things nice and basic and simple at times.
Definitief, ek stem heeltemal saam Eugene.
Hein, Abdul on that left peg yet again. Arendorf needing to make some ground. He picks it up now. He's got a man in front of him. Oh, what man? He just goes past him. into the half there of Abbotsdale, and it's still going with pace. It is Langerveld. Langerveld is going to score quite a magnificent try for young Hamiltons. And that is going to send a message to Abbotsdale. You can't just kick nonchalant into areas, because there we see Arendorf. I mean, he just goes past his defender in front of him, and then he just popped the ball inside to Langerveld. What a try.
Daar is die praktiese illustrasie van hulle gevaarlike agterlyn. Akil Arendorf, soos Eugene sê, as amper asof niemand voor hom is nie. Uitstekende hardloopwerk teen die kantlyn af, kry hy spasie en gee dit dan vir Jacobs om af te rond. Maar uitstekende werk deur Young Hamiltons, en weer eens ons het gepraat daarvan, daai agterlyn as hulle die spasie kry, is hulle uiters gevaarlik. So Abbotsdale sal daarop moet let, definitief.
What can you say? It was brilliant try. Langerveld to see if he can add the 2 points. It's going to be an important 2 points this. Here's the kick. Oh, he's missed it. It's a 2-point game. 12 points to Young Hamiltons, 10 to Abbotsdale. Well, this game has been littered with errors, but that was a moment of brilliance there by the fullback.
Nee, definitief 'n positiewe aspek daar vir Young Hamiltons, en hulle kan miskien daarop voortbou. Miskien kan dit die momentum wees wat hulle gesoek het, net daardie inspuiting om meer positief te speel.
Abdul with the restart, just holding up in the breeze. Oh, that has bounced inside. I can never understand allowing a ball to bounce from a restart. I think the team that will be more happy with that will be Abbotsdale, because the play is now between the 10-meter line and the 22 of Young Hamiltons.
Hy basiese kommunikasie by so 'n ding, Eugene. Wie gaan vir die bal? Wie besluit om dit te doen? Dan sê ek, dan sê jy, en niemand gaan aan die einde van die dag nie, en dit kan ook 'n span kos.
Oh, brilliant line out taken there by Young Hamiltons, but not deemed to be straight. So Abbotsdale, as I said, they would have enjoyed that young Hamiltons bouncing the ball in the field, because from that line out they're going to get the scrum now because of that throw not being straight.
Ons praat van 'n ongedwonge foute heeltyd. Jy kan nie toelaat dat dit jou kos, Eugene. Daar's nie druk op jou nie. So jy moet seker maak van daardie aspekte. Jy moet jou eie lyn staan wen, want van daar af kan jy natuurlik bou.
Who went on to be analysis in this game sitting in front of us. Oh, wow. Here we go. Hein pops it up to Abdul, takes it around the bootlaces again. That's a good run. Oh, straight through the middle. Peters, what a pass that was by Abdul. Brilliant pass. And the run of Peters was magnificent. Well, we've seen what the other 15, Arendorf can do. Well, Peters said, well, I can do just as well.
So, uitstekende werk deur die loskakel Abdul. En hy aangee was uitmuntend geweest. Hardloop en spasie uitstekend, en is ook die pas wat teen hy hardloop, nee. Hy hardloop en 'n vinnige pas oor die verdediging, is bitter moeilik om so 'n speler te stop as hy op spoed is. So uitstekende werk deur Abbotsdale. En eintlik al twee spanne wys nie, Eugene, wat in hulle steek as hulle die geleentheid kry. Dit gaan net aan die einde van die dag wees wie die span is wat hy geleenthede gaan gebruik.
Well, this man is going to kick here and see if he can get the 2 points. What a pass that was. There's the kick. There is the 2 points. And this game is ebbing and flowing. It is now 17 points to 12. It is Abbotsdale over Young Hamiltons. I mean, that pass, Ian, was magnificent. Firstly, he done well to catch the ball around his bootlaces, and then to fire at missing 3 of his own players and finding an on-rushing Peters, running this very straight line with pace. Langerveld kicks it up into the air. Oh, it's a brilliant take. And here we go again. Young Hamiltons now deciding, Lipson, it's our turn to play. Run a good run there by Otto as he enters the 22 there of Abbotsdale. Bodies flying in, trying to clear that out. Quick balls needed. Williams, Hutton, Arendorf. Here's the left winger. Oh, he's going to be bounded into touch. That was Duran Fortuin. Excellent cover defense there of Abbotsdale. This game is moving along very quickly now.
Ek dink van ondersteuners 'n lekker opwindende wedstryd van kant tot kant en spanne wat lekker aanvallend speel, positief. Dis 'n goeie aspek. En goeie verdediging deur Abbotsdale gewees daar, letterlik op hulle eie doellyn.
Well, again, they couldn't get the kick-off there. We'll talk about that in a second. This ball's going to come back to Young Hamilton's. Hutton. Getting in the hands there in the midfield. Wrapped up nicely. Now there's not too many men on the right-hand side, so they have to come back to the left where Hines finds himself yet again. The big number 8. Still they're going to come to the left-hand side. Malapi, he's a big, strong man. Is he held up? Now he eventually gets to ground. Now they got to release. Whoa, you can't do that. So it's a penalty advantage coming the way. How brilliant feet there by Lucas. Still being driven forward. Literally just, oh, now he's going to be driven out, but it's going to be a penalty. For offside play at the breakdown. Here's a tap by Jacobs. Was Abbotsdale on the line? We got to ask that question. Still there for young Hamiltons. Williams looking to go left. Then he pops it up there. Still there for them. Now it comes here to Lucas. Low body position. Driven back by Abbotsdale. Oh, he flung that ball over there. But here comes Hutton. But it's still going to be a penalty for young Hamiltons.
Julle paar strafskoppe van Abbotsdale nou afstaan. Young Hamiltons wat net nie kan inslaan uit daardie geleenthede nie. Julle paar keer net voor die doellyn word hulle gestop.
To say this game is moving along very quickly in the last 20 minutes because we only got 6 minutes left in this first half of this plate final. Everybody on the right hand side in the back line for young Hamiltons. Williams feeds. Good scrum controlled at the back there by Hines. Still controlled by Hines. Now he picks up the big man. You can't stop a big man as he goes over the line. Brilliant try yet again by young Hamiltons. And now they have come back with a try of their own. And that ties up matters here.
Uitstekende werk deur aan Hamiltons. Onthou hulle het 'n hele paar fases van spel gehad. Hulle kon net nie oor die doellyn kom nie. Net uiteindelik slaan hulle munt uit daardie geleentheid. So goeie werk deur Hamiltons. Jy moet as jy daai geleenthede kry, Eugenie, moet terugkom na jou kant van die veld toe met iets en uiteindelik het hulle 3 gekry. So goeie werk. Maar dit was moeilik. Dit was glad nie maklik geweest nie.
Now everybody was on the right hand side of that scrum. The big number 8. He had some room here on the blind side. But he's a big fella and used his strength. Langeveld to see if he can put young Hamiltons back in the lead.
Ja, onthou jy kan staan op Wake Up DC se Facebook blad om 'n Wagyu experience vir 2 te wen en Wagyu het interessante disse daar en jy moet net comment op ons YouTube blad om te sê wie van die 4 wedstryde jou gunstelinge is sover by die Thurlow Marsh Easter Festival. Eugene, ek sal nie omgee om so 'n meal te wen nie.
Oh.
Baie lekker burgers wat hulle maak daar by Wagyu.
Oh, sign me up. Sign me up, fella. And unfortunately, I don't think I qualify, but please, you, the watcher, you qualify aplenty and get your votes in as that kickoff sort of bundled here into the 22. Hutton, see if he can just get some territory down the ground, just get a good exit because you have tied up matters here at 17 points apiece because that kick was unsuccessful from Langeveld. 4 minutes to go. Now I'm enjoying this now. Both these teams can just cut out those unforced errors or handling errors. I mean, who knows where we'll be. Down the back it goes. Oh, eventually it is. Well done there by Jacobs. Williams pops up here. Lucas, what a game he is having. Oh, excellent run yet again by the big number 6 for young Hamiltons. Lays the ball back down for Williams. Hutton. That's Blom. He's one of the reserves that come up earlier. Still on his feet. Well, he's taken a little bit high. Just got to watch that. Williams still there. Hutton puts it on the boot. Now, which way is this ball going to bounce? Bounce nicely, but he's under pressure from Langeveld. But he's done really, really well there to hold the ball. Now it's a turn for Abbotsdale to see if they can muster up something, but they've just kicked the ball out forward. Hutton again there. Oh, that is going to be knocked on. And eventually the referee blows his whistle. And a little bit untidiness creeping in here. But we can also understand, Ian, they've only had 1 day break in between all the games they have played over this Easter weekend as well. So maybe fatigue is also going to play a part.
En dis interessant waar jy rotasie van spelers inkom, Eugene, jy toets jou diepte, so jy moet vir spelers 'n kans gee, jy kan nie heeltyd met dieselfde span speel nie, so dit sal interessant wees om te sien die diepte van beide spanne, want ek weet Abbotsdale, ek het met hulle bestuur gesels, soos ek vroeër genoem het, hulle het 'n hele paar verandering gemaak van die jonger spelers 'n kans gegee, en ek dink Young Hamiltons behoort dieselfde te doen.
Hein. Oh, that's a big scrum from Young Hamiltons, but here comes the backline, Jacobs. Out it goes there to Peters, one of the try scorers, in the hands now of the right winger. That's kicked out directly into touch. And that's where it will be. So Lionel's going to go to Young Hamilton's. Few bodies have to go from the far side coming over here to the near side. It's energy-sapping stuff here today at this Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival. It's finals day. We've already had 2. And this is the plate final to distinguish who's going to be 3rd and who is going to be 4th.
En dan nou Eugene, is iets om voor te speel, so daar is prysgeld op die spel. Jy gaan nie met niks uit die hier weg as jy nou natuurlik hierdie wedstryd wen nie, so daar is iets op die spel vir die span om voor te speel.
Well, there's a maul of note, and that maul is in the hands there of Walid Haynes, and that maul has entered the 22. Eventually it comes down again, the referee maybe with some fresh advantage for Young Hamiltons. Yes, it was, because he blows coming in from the side. He says that maul, and the double whistle always means somebody's going to have a word here. And he's the captain. Chances that's going to be called here. This is where I like the rugby, you know. The referee was about a foot shorter than the captain. And all he says is, yes, sir. No problem, sir.
Wat jy kan sê, maar ek het gewonder, wanneer gaan hy dit doen, Eugene, meneer de Klerk, want hy hele paar keer nou al, was Abbotsdale gestraf. So iewers moet die skeieregter 'n bietjie gesels en sê, manne, julle moet nou 'n bietjie stadig, anders moet ek in my sak inkrap.
Well, I think Walid Haynes might have run his course here. He's just walking slowly and surely here to the sideline. He's had a very, very good game so far. Can he get to half-time? But this is an important kick here for Arendorf. See if he can give Young Hamiltons the lead. Oh, it's driven. That is drilled between the uprights. And Young Hamiltons, a team from Worcester, find themselves 20 points to 17 in the lead over Abbotsdale.
Uitstekende werk daar deur Arendorf gewees. Uitstekende skopvoet. Hy die wind goed gebruik tussen die pale deur. En goeie werk daar deur Hammies om voor te loop met 2017. Letterlik 'n paar sekondes van die eerste helfte oor.
I was about to say, this is an important restart for Young Hamiltons. You've got to catch this ball. Oh, it's been knocked on. It's been knocked on. The ball finds itself in the hands here of Abbotsdale. The horn has gone. But they've got an advantage coming their way. Popped out here to the back. Whoa, that's good straightening of the line there. I think that was Skippers there. Up it pops again behind. A few of the men coming around the back. Good supportive stuff now. Good strong run again. In the midfield it goes. Hein. Abrams with a kick up. He's taken the fair catch. Maybe not the right decision. And that is going to take us to half-time. It's been a very, very good plate final, this, between Abbotsdale, the defending champions, over Young Hamiltons. 20 points to 17. Ian, a lot of handling errors for both sides, but still a lot of excitement to talk about.
Nee, definitief, Eugene, daar hanteerfoute, wat die spel net so bietjie laat ritme verloor het. Maar uiteindelik is dit Young Hamiltons wat voorloop op die tellbord met 2017 en as ons sien beide spanne, as daar die agterlyn aan die gang kom, hulle is uiters gevaarlik. Dis 'n positiewe aspek. En ons sien ook dat, jy weet, Young Hamiltons, Eugene, met daardie momente wat in die rustyd nou ingaan, ons het gesien in die voorafgaande wedstryde, spanne gebruik daardie momentum om net te bou in die tweede helfte. So dit sal interessant wees om te sien die kontraste waar Lilies nou heeltyd, jy weet, in die wedstryd was en ongelukkig net voor rustyd daardie voortou teruggegee het aan die Young Hamiltons. Hoe gaan hulle terugkom in die kragmeting? En baie belangrik ook, wat doen ons by rustyd? Wat gesels die afrigters? Wat is die beplanning nou vir die tweede helfte? Onthou, soos ons sê, daar is nie niks op die spel, daar is definitief iets op die spel. So beide spanne het iets om voor te speel. So dit sal interessant wees, die denkswyse van hoe die spanne gaan kom in die tweede helfte.
Can't agree with you more, but from now, we are going to take a short break here at the BOLAND Rugby Stadium here in Wellington. where we're showing you the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival, and it's been brilliant rugby so far. Join us in a few moments where we'll continue with this second half of this plate final. Welcome back here to the BOLAND Rugby Stadium here in Wellington for the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival. What a game we have on show here for you. It's the third and fourth playoff. It's a plate final here between Young Hamiltons and Abbotsdale. Abbotsdale, the defending champions. They are trailing here by 17 points to 20 over Young Hamiltons. My name is Eugene Molian. With me, Ian, what do you think these two teams in coaches' perspective was telling their teams out there?
Ja, Eugene, eerstens daar ongedwongen foute moet uitgeskakel word. Ons het gepraat daarvan, het kan 'n span duur te staan kom. Eerstens, speel die situasie ook wat hom voordoen. Ons het gepraat van hy persentasie rugby. Moenie te expensief speel nie, want onthou dit kan jy ook duur te staan kom. So ek dink, hou die basiese goed en speel die situasie soos dit hom voordoen. Ek dink dis so maklik soos dit.
Well, not tightly done there from the restart by Young Hamiltons, but they've managed to hold the ball. Now it pops up here. A couple of big men in the midfield. Oh, still going. Might be a little bit lateral, but he's still moving forward. That is Blom. Since he's come on, he's been prominent. Again, a quick run over that vantage line. That is what you got to do. Keep your team moving forward. Hutton. There's Langeveld. Pops it inside. Good clearing there by Lateghan, but unfortunately for them, holding on, says the referee, and Abbotsdale got a chance to see if they can gain some territory.
Ja, hy stekende werk daar. By die afbreekpunt gewees. En Abbotsdale wat nou die voordeel het. Maar ons kan sien met daardie intensiteit wat Young Hamiltons hierdie tweede helfte begin het. Ons praat van daardie momentum wat hulle opgebou het net voor rustyd. So dat like hy positiewe inspuiting het hulle goed gedoen, Eugene.
Yeah, it has. As here comes Abbotsdale. I think everybody is going to be in this line out. Could this be a catch and more? We keep seeing it. It's a good weapon to have if you execute it quite well. Referee just looking at the gap between these two lineouts. Goes out there to the back. Well, the referee's happy for that it was straight. Round he comes. There, Chances, he's already scored a try. Referee says he was there first. Is that man Lucas there again and then conceding the penalty? Well, what a game he's having for young Hamiltons. The flanker. And again getting the turnaround and turnover.
Uitstekende werk daar, Eugene terecht. Ronaldo Lucas, uitstekende wedstrijd sover vir sy span.
That's a good touch finder there by Langeveld. Well, something tells me we might not see the expansive game we saw in that first half. Just looking the way the teams are shaping because, yeah, bodies will be a little bit tired now. There's Lorenzo Jacobs with the line out. Goes to the front, good take. Now it goes out there to Hattung. Here comes Otto, another one of the try scorers, another man. Just like Jacobs, his opponent loving to run in a straight line. Now the ball moves out quickly. There's that line again. There from Oudendorff. Oh, he misses. He skips past his man. Then he steps off the left-hand side again. Tackled. Now they need quick ball. Here's men are plenty. Can they get the ball out? Eventually it comes out here to the right winger. He's going to go in untouched. And just like that, young Hamiltons have been the team to score first. It's Garth Jacobs with a try. Well, we cannot keep them at bay, young Hamiltons. They show what they're all about.
Gepraat van die momente wat young Hamiltons in hierdie tweede helfte mee ingekom het. Die positiewe inspuiting wat hulle net voor rustyd gehad het en ons kan sien weer eens hy gevaarlike agterlyn weer die verskilmaker Akil Oudendorff met sy spoedvaar en indrukwekkende insny vermoë. Klop by een verdediger, twee verdedigers. Maar wat 'n indrukwekkende beweging was daai nie gewees nie. Goed afgerond weer deur young Hamiltons. Hulle val met spoed aan en is baie bitter moeilik om 'n speler met spoed te stop, Eugene.
No, it's very, very difficult. Oudendorff himself to see if he can add the 2 points. That's drilled, but that's a little bit of an in-swinger there. Just past the upright. So 25 points to 17. Ian, we got to make mention of a few players here already. For young Hamiltons, that man Ronaldo Lucas, the 6th, he's had a good game. But Otto, getting that ball from inside centre, getting across that vantage line, and then Akil Oudendorff. I mean, whenever I see this guy, he runs in a straight line, and what feet he has.
Definitief uitstekende werk hier heel agter van young Hamilton sover in die wedstryd. Maak 'n groot indruk.
The ball's not going 10, so they're going to come here for the scrum. And this is what happens. Now you see there's an 8-point gap. And I made mention about this in the first half, especially when the teams weren't taking the penalties in. And now you see there's a gap. Now all of a sudden, we see Abdul, who was clinical throughout this Easter Festival, making a mistake.
Ja, definitief. Interessant om dit op te let.
Well, change at 9 is going to happen here for young Hamiltons, and it is Marquin Swartz on for Joshua Williams. He's had a good game. So now we're probably going to see a few of the younger ones coming on here for young Hamiltons. The scrum. Bang in the middle of the ground. And that's a good scrum picked up at the back. Now then, here comes Swartz. Oh, Swartz wants to make his mark on things here. Eventually brought down. He's gained some ground again. Now it is Rodwell Martin, who's also on the field. There is Lucas. Well, runs back into traffic. Swartz pops it to the big men in the midfield. Across the advantage line they go. Good continuity of play. Referee has got his arm out for an advantage here. So Swartz might have a little bit of a free play. Hattung pops it inside there to Otto. Got to watch him very, very carefully. Now, switch of play there by Swartz. He decides to straighten, but there's two very big men in front of him. That door's closed, so back they come for the penalty. That's a quick tap by Swartz. Pops it out. Oh, now. What is the referee going to do here? The double whistle. The double whistle. The dreaded double whistle means that the card is going to come out to the number 8 there, Bartman, and he's going to spend some time off the field.
Het gepraat van die dissipline, Eugene. Ons het gesien in die eerste helfte met de Klerk wat heeltyd met die manne gesels het en sê, manne, julle moet kyk na daardie foute net eintlik verloor hy sy geduld en sê, soos ons sê, as ons weer die skeieregter blaas 2 keer op sy vletjie, weet ons daar kom moeilikheid. En ek dink Abbotsdale het afgevrees, Eugene, hier kom 'n geel kaart. Hulle het geweet.
Well, they weren't 10, and then to slap that ball down, I think the referee had no option whatsoever. Now, with one man less in the scrum for Abbotsdale, maybe not a bad decision. We spoke about decision making and how vital they can be. Swartz pops it out there to Otto. He gets Hutton. That's Garth Jacobs that came across from his right wing. He pops it up to the left winger for Tain. Ball still in play. Now a few of the men just funneling around now. Still with Young Hamilton. That is a good run there by Martin. Cutting back into traffic. They got to keep this momentum going forward here. It's all with Young Hamilton's here. Little bit of a dummy pass. Hutton. Blom. Whoa, takes a big man to stop him. Eventually brought down. They're still going forward. Again, they switch directions. Hutton, whoa, was it high? Yeah, that is deemed as a high tackle. So a little bit of a free play coming here for Young Hamiltons. They want to see if they can get more from this move. The ball is lost, but they're going to get a penalty for a high tackle. And the pressure is on here, Ian.
Ja, nee, definitief. Abbotsdale nog heeltyd onder druk. Young Hamiltons wat met hoë intensiteit aanval, daar die energie. So Abbotsdale moet hulle keer ken en kan nie genoeg keer Eugene met 14 spelers as daar gapings en weet self asof jy ander spelers vir werk moet doen, so daar gaan dissipline probleme wees veral by die afbreekpunte, daai 1-op-1 situasies. So Abbotsdale sal in spore moet trap as hulle nie nog strafskoppe wil afstaan nie, want ons sien Akil Adendorf, hy is klinies. As hy 'n goeie geleentheid het, sit hulle tussen die pale deur.
He drives that between the uprights, and that extends the lead now for Young Hamilton's 28-17 over Abbotsdale. I said it's going to be a different type of game. Young Hamilton's getting a couple of penalties in the half of Abbotsdale. Now, without any hesitation, they say, let's kick for post.
As ons kyk na Abbotsdale se lyfstaal, so bietjie speler wat hulle koppe laat sak nou. As nog genoeg speeltyd oor, net so oor die 31 minute. So hulle kan nie nou al moed verloor nie. Daar's nog baie om voor te speel.
Well, as Truter comes on to the field, looks like it could be Hutton coming off. He's had a great game yet again at 10. But you've got to keep an eye on this man that's come on, number 23, Truter. Kicked out there in the midfield. Oh, how good is it to see a big man run with ball in hand, tucks it under his arm. Truter, he gets a grubber forward. Oh, the chase is good. Adendorf pops it into Langeveld. This is going to be the try. Oh, it's deemed forward. Can you, Adam and Evert?
Eugene sien Adendorf met daardie vinnige vlugvoetigheid van hom en ongelukkig net op die kritieke oomblik gee die bal vorentoe aan, maar weer eens kan ons sien die heel agter van Young Hamiltons. Wow, hy is 'n speler om dop te hou regtig.
Oh, Ian, that would have been the try of the tournament without any question. Brilliant stuff by the 15 yet again for Young Hamiltons. Akil Adendorf, and just a pop-up pass to his left was deemed to be forward. Abbotsdale under enormous pressure. The momentum is all from the men from Worcester here. Here's the scrum. Oh, that pass has gone astray and everything not going Abbotsdale's way here. Lucas over the ball, trying to get it. Going in there, trying to wrestle the ball. Abbotsdale have done well to hold the ball here. Now then, it is Peters who just kicks this ball down to Adendorf. Now, you got to be careful kicking the ball to this man. There we see those silky feet brought down in the midfield. Swartz sees a gap. Oh, like every good number 9 does. He pops a gap. Can he get past his last defender? No, he can't. Taken down inside. The referee immediately blows. They're going to blow for a penalty going Abbotsdale's way. And now they decided to play the game at pace. There's a few men lying on the ground here. Abbotsdale on the attack. They are trailing by 11 points.
They've got to make all the players. A little bit of numbers here on this side here. Can they get the ball out? Darts to the inside. Now he passes the ball out there to the number 12, Jacobs. He's tackled. What a game. Now this game is spread far and wide. Oh, not the best of passes, that. Oh, it's going to be deemed offside play, I'm guessing. Yeah, offside. And a penalty going the way of Abbotsdale.
Bietjie gelukkig daar Eugene om die voordeel te kry, maar weer eens ons sien nou die kritieke oomblik weer. Daai aangee was 'n bietjie hoog agter die speler gewees. So ja, dit is een van haar dinge.
I mean, that pass, if that pass goes to hand, he's in. He's in under the sticks.
Soos dit, ja, onder die pale.
Well, they're one man down. Still, they're opting for the scrum here. Was deemed offside play. They had a penalty. They're opting for the scrum. There's another change being made as we see Benjamin coming on. And he slots in at flank as well. Well, the crowd is still streaming in for the headline act later on. Not long to go. The scrum, Abbotsdale picked up at the back. Then what can they make from this? It was Michaels with the pick up at the back of that scrum. Still going forward. They're trying to keep this just amongst the forwards. Now it's in the hands there of Benjamin. Apologies. Warries with the ball in hand there. Comes out there, switches out to the right-hand side. Again, a foray forward. About 10 meters short of the try line. Still work to be done here. Again, a good run forward. But the defensive work here of young Hamilton's again standing firm. Now they try to spread it out wide. Can he get to the line? He's practically over the line. Referee deemed that to be held up. So they're going to be having a scrum. Well, Abbotsdale showing now they're attacking foray because they know they're trailing here.
Ja, Eugene, het niks anders as om te doen. Hulle moet positiewe rugby speel. Hulle moet hardloop rugby speel met hoë intensiteit. Dis wat hulle nou sal moet doen heeltyd in hierdie wedstryd met net so oor die 26 minute nog oor, maar weer uitstekende verdediging deur Young Hamiltons hierdie keer op hulle eie doellyn. Speler wat letterlik klaar oor die doellyn gewees het.
Yeah, just needs one of the players that needs to just be seen to. It looks like it could be Lucas. Ronaldo Lucas just on his knees and hands there and needs some attention, but Abbotsdale now knowing that they've got to make all the play, and it's sort of coming through that centre pairing of Jacobs, as the two Jacobs, I should say.
Yeah.
They're playing really well. They combined well, and 15, we also got to keep an eye on him, Peters, for Abbotsdale.
Ja, Eugene, gooi net so my oog oor die veld, toeskouers wat nou ingepak kom, hulle kom ingestroom, hulle daardie hoofwedstryd, daardie finaal tussen Roses en Hillcrest is 'n plaaslike finaal, so jy kan jouself indink die gemeenskap van Wellington. Hulle sal definitief uitkom om hierdie spanne te ondersteun. En ek sien uit na daardie finaal, Eugene. Jenshaal gaan dit natuurlik na ons kykers toe bring, maar ek sal definitief ook op die punt van my stoel sit want dit, soos ek sê, is 'n groot plaaslike wedstryd in hierdie geweste.
I'm jealous. I'll tell you why, folks, why I'm jealous, because Ian's going to be touchside. He's going to be close to the action. He's going to get the world, both worlds, isn't it, Ian? You're going to get the good rugby and you're going to get the crowd on your back. I mean, how brilliant will that be?
Uitstekend, Eugene. Maar lekker om saam met jou ook te wees weer eens. Lekker om die wedstryd te bring na ons kykers hier op Wake Up DC se YouTube blad.
Why not? Why not? This has been brilliant. Club rugby at its best here in BOLAND. Hein with the feed. Needs a good scrum. Gets a good scrum. Picked up at the back again. Can he get over Michaels? Yes, he can. Michaels gets the try. Picked it up at the back of the scrum. And Abbotsdale, well, they are truly back in this one.
Ja, hierdie keer Abbotsdale wat hulle geleentheid gebruik. Hulle was heeltyd daar in die doelgebied van Young Hamiltons. 1 of 2 keer opgehou oor die doellyn. Goeie verdediging in die dag gelê deur die manne van Young Hamiltons gewees, maar ongelukkig die damwal wat nou bars. En uiteindelik word hulle beloon. Dis Abbotsdale. Onthou hulle speel nog steeds met 14 manne, so goed gedoen daar deur Abbotsdale.
Yeah, excellently done. But here is the kick that's going to come. And it is a very important kick. They trail by 6 at the minute. Abdul with that gifted left peg of his. He's not going to get there. So it's going to remain 6 points of difference between these two teams. Young Hamilton's 28, Abbotsdale 22.
Die vraag wat gevra word deur Hammies en Lilies wat geantwoord het in haar situasie. En dan sien die 8ste man wat terug is op die veld.
Bartman going back up. Well, he's well rested, 10 minutes. So be careful. I wouldn't be kicking the ball anywhere near him, I'll tell you that now, Ian, because he is fresh and he's itching to get back into things. Langeveld with the kick. That's a good high kick. Well taken in the end. Still Abbotsdale looking to play. That is booted forward into the hands of Akil Arendorf yet again. And here goes the 15. Sees a gap, sees a few forwards in front of him, but that is well grabbed there. He's made some meters going forward. That was contested. Now I think it's a more is going to be held up, says the referee. And just like that, I think very fortuitous, Young Hamiltons will get the feed into the scrum.
Ja, nee, definitief hierdie keer Abbotsdale se verdediging was goed geweest. Nie vir Akil Arendorf daardie spasie gegee nie. So goeie werk geweest daar. Eintlik kry hulle die bal. Maar Hamilton sal definitief nou hulle daardie momentum terug moet kry want dis Abbotsdale wat heeltyd op die aanval is. Hulle is op die voorvoet. So dit sal interessant wees wat Young Hamiltons verder in hierdie kragmeting gaan doen.
Well, another change here for Young Hamiltons as we see Ashwell Klein coming on. Looks like that is Otto, yeah, the try scorer. Algernon Otto comes off. He's had a good game. He's had a try to boot. Switching to the right, Swats. Truter. Langeveld. There he goes, Langeveld in the outside centre. Just rounds his man. He's going to go untouched, unblemished, under the post. 5 points to the team from Worcester.
You see Langeveld weer eens Young Hamiltons wat wys. As hulle die bal in hand het, daar die agterlyn is so gevaarlik. 'n Hele paar van die spelers wat so vir hulle hande opsteek. En goed gedoen daar deur Jussie Langeveld. Eugene het stekende werk daar. Ons kan sien die lyn wat hy hardloop, nee, baie interessant en goed gedoen daar om af te rond. Ons het nou net gepraat voor daardie beweging. Gaan Young Hamiltons kan terugslaan en hulle bewys ons verkeerd. Hulle sê hulle kom terug, hulle het iets om voor te speel. Uitstekende werk deur Hammies.
Well, he went in untouched, Ian.
Yeah.
Untouched. Nobody could even grabbed anything of him as he waltzed in. And I mean literally waltzed in to the music that's playing and belting around the BOLAND Rugby Stadium. He has the 2 points is added as well. 35 points to 22. Young Hamiltons. Well, we spoke about Abbotsdale leaving their mark in this tournament. The team from Worcester, they have got other ideas here.
En dan ons moet dit noem Abbotsdale natuurlik die verdedigende kampioen hè aan hierdie toernooi.
That's a good restart. Well, that's going to be a knock-on. It's going to be a scrum here to Young Hamiltons. It's a good kick by the 10 yet again. He's had a really good tournament for me, Abdul. That time his forwards just knocking that ball on. In fact, the referees deemed that to be a penalty by the looks of it. Yes, it is. Apologies. Momentum is such a brilliant thing. It's the 16th man. If it's in your way, well, it goes with you for a long time.
Interessant, Eugene. Dis nie daai inspuiting wat die span miskien nodig het. En dit hardloop deur die hele span. Interessant hoe dit werk. Dit is half 'n energie wat so deur die span hardloop. So momentum 'n baie goeie aspek.
Well, not the best of throws. Out it comes here to Abbotsdale now. Can they find something to get back into this game? It pops out here. Here's a few hands here on this side. Jared Jacobs. What has he got? Oh, he sort of jinks around. Pops out there to the left winger. Mahoney hasn't seen much of the ball, has Mahoney. Eventually goes to ground inside the 22 of Young Hamiltons. Out it pops. Oh, dear. Bartman that time with a knock on. Referee says play on because you got the ball. Comes back to Arendorf. He's trying to clear his line. Brilliant kick. Excellent kick by the fullback. And he's putting his mark down for maybe a man of the match award here for Young Hamiltons.
Weer uitstekende werk deur Akil Arendorf. 'n Goeie skop. Sy eie doelgebied, maar weer eens daardie aangee van Abbotsdale was skibreek lei te hoog gewees en die 8ste man wat hom nie verwag het nie. En weer gee hulle die voordeel terug aan Young Hamiltons.
Apollos finds his catcher. Oh, brilliant. Excellent work there by Niemand. Sort of faking that he was going to pop that ball up. Now then, Abbotsdale on the front foot. Can they get something? They have to be the next team to score. Now it's quick hands. There's Gerard Jacobs yet again. He's got to pop it inside, is he? No, he's not. He's going to go over the line. And that's a try for Abbotsdale. And back they come with a try of their own.
Ook 'n speler wat so ver in sekere situasies uitstekend gedoen het vir Abbotsdale. Gerard Jacobs word beloon met 'n 3. Goeie aanval gewees. En hierdie keer maak hulle seker. En die wedstryd wat nou wipplank ry, een span druk 'n 3, die ander span kom terug. Hulle druk 'n 3. So dit sal interessant wees daar die laaste paar minute, net so onder die 17 minute. En is lekker vir die toeskouers natuurlik so 'n wedstryd, Eugene. Propvol aksie, maar vir die spelers op die veld dit is 'n groot tol wat dit eis, né?
Oh, who wants to be a coach here? I mean, spare a thought for the coaches of both these teams. Here's Abdul with his left peg. Has he got it? Has he got it? No, he has not. Score is going to remain 35-27. That is Young Hamilton's over Abbotsdale.
Ja, Lilies teen Hammies soos hulle bekend staan in hierdie geweste.
Well, yeah, as you rightly said, Hammies versus the Lilies. We've got to find out why that Lilies is. Langeveld to restart. Well, that is not going to go 10. Not even interested in getting that ball for Abbotsdale, and back they come. And you can see the change of body language all of a sudden out there. There's another change for Abbotsdale, as it is Daniels, Enver Daniels coming in, and he is replacing Alden Hine. Options here, looking at the danger men. All the danger men are to the left-hand side of the scrum. That being, as I said, Seister, who's also on the field. Got to keep an eye on him. Jacobs also on the field, but they're going to the right-hand side. Bartman pops it up there to the man that's just come on. That has been knocked backwards. Yes, that's indicated by the referee, but Bartman continued his run forward. I said he's fresh. I said he's been looking for work. There he goes into the 22 of Young Hamiltons. Now, what can they do? Referee with his arm out for a penalty advantage, probably for offside play. So what can they do from this play? There's the big man. Excellent run forward. Still controlling the ball. Now it's just got to get it through the hands. Oh, not the best of passes. Still there. It was very untidy. Wasn't the best of pass there to the left winger Mahoney, but the referee is going to call them all the way back here for a penalty advantage.
Ja, goeie fase van spel deur Abbotsdale gewees daar. En hulle het die voordeel aan hulle kant. So wat gaan hulle maak? Hulle kan 'n tikskoppie vat in hierdie situasie. Hulle 'n paar keer gesien daar die voorspelers van Abbotsdale wat lekker kan dryf.
Oh, they're going to go for a scrum. I'm just looking at the clock there, 15 minutes, 8 points the difference. Well, a lot. There's still time. Apparently, when I was last on comms here with Charles, he said 5 minutes is a lot of time here in the BOLAND.
Ja. Maar interessant, Eugene, na die beweging. Hulle het half gelyk, hulle gaan hom telepateer na die linkerkant toe en toe na die ander kant toe gegaan. So baie interessant gewees daar.
Yeah, just from that scrum. So which way they're going to go here? In it goes by Daniels. Referee with his arm out, picked up by Michaels. Daniels. Now there comes a run by the 15 yet again. Has he gone over the line? Oh, he's held up. Another brilliant run by Peters. My, oh my, the 15's on display here has been excellent. But they're going to come back for a penalty infringement.
Hulle wil weer 'n scrum hê, Eugene. Jy kan sien die spelers wys daar vir die skeieregter.
Scrum it is. They got the momentum, they got the force from the previous scrum. What can they do from this point in time here? 8 points of difference, 35 plays 27. The team in green, Abbotsdale, the defending champions, trailing by 8 points to young Hamiltons. This is for the plate final of this, the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival, here at the BOLAND Rugby Stadium here in Wellington. Well, I'm casting my eye to my left. You cast your eye to the right just a moment ago, and you said about the people coming in. To my left. I mean, is there still place in there, Ian?
I don't think so, Eugene. I don't think so. So if you're not there yet, you're not going to make it in there now.
Well, if you're going to go, just be prepared to stand in a queue.
Exactly.
Oh, I mean, it's festive vibes here. Well, important scrum. Enver Daniels, ball in hand. Got to keep an eye out for Michaels. Strumming down at 8. There he goes, Michaels. Can he get there? Still Michaels goes. I said you got to keep an eye on him. And over he popped. Abbotsdale, they have scored yet again. They are well and truly back in this and trail by 3 points with a kick to come.
Baie goeie werk daar deur Abbotsdale. En ons het gepraat daarvan, hy geleenthede moet jy gebruik. En hierdie keer slaan hulle min daar uit. Goeie werk gewees daar. Speler wat uitstekend weggebreek het, daar spasie geskep het. Hele paar verdedigers saam met hom getrek oor die doellyn. Net daar die hand uitgesteek en uitstekende 3 gewees daar. En Abbotsdale nou met volle vaart terug in die kragmeting, Eugene. Ons het gepraat daarvan. Wedstryd wat wiplank gery het, maar die momentum nou in Abbotsdale se guns.
Well, the 2 points is added. It is a 1 point game out here in Wellington. Abbotsdale 34. Hammies, young Hamilton's 35. We have got 11 minutes left of this, the plate final.
Ons het 'n wedstryd op hande nou in die laaste, net onder die 11 minute nou. Soos ek sê, lekker aanskoulik vir die toeskouers om hierdie wedstryd op te hou.
Oh, that's a better kick by Langeveld. Up it pops. Oh, was it knocked on? Yes, it was. Here comes, no, Hammies. Here come the Hammies. Oh, bundles one over. Still forward. Crowd enjoy that. Oh, that is playing the ball on the ground. And back they come for the knock-on from the restart.
Onthou ons hier by Wake Up DC gee vir jou geleentheid om 'n Wake Experience vir 2 te wen. Jy kan op ons Facebookblad gaan, sê vir ons wie van hierdie 4 wedstryde vandag jou gunsteling is en jy kan 'n kans staan om haar uitstekende ete te wen. En soos ons sê, hulle maak sommer lekker kos daar. Ek en Eugene wil graag ook deelneem, maar ons kan nie. Maar as jy wen, sê maar vir ons. Hoe het dit geproe?
Is it 2?
Ja, Wake Experience for 2.
I'll happily join you. No problem. Oh, that's another good scrum there by Abbotsdale, but here comes young Hamiltons. Yet again, good run there, cut inside there by Sizer. Penalty! I'm sure this will be a pop at post for sure.
Ja, nee, definitief, Eugene. Ek kan al weet wat hulle nou gaan doen. Gaan definitief pale toe skop. Sien Adendorf, giftige skopvoet so ver. Eintlik amper loodreg oor die regopale, so hy behoort om tussen die pale deur te jag. Ons sê behoort. En rugby kan jy nooit verseker sê nie.
Nothing is given. But what this does is going to allow the time to tick away. It allows Hammies just to get their breath back. I mean, what a game this has been.
Net so 'n bietjie van die kompetisie reëls. As die spanne gelyk trek na die wedstryd, sal die span met die meeste 3 wen. As geen 3 aangeteken is in die wedstryd nie, sal die spanne wat die eerste punte aangeteken het, aangewys word as die wenners.
Oh, that kick has gone to the right.
Ons het gepraat daarvan, die maklikste skop van die middag, skop hy mis.
That was well enjoyed. You can't see it on your pictures, but one of the other cameras picked up that Abbotsdale were applauding that. Well, still a 22 dropout. Oh, that came off the side of his foot, that into the hands here of Langeveld. The ball goes, he sees a gap and he loses the ball. Well, it's around the same time in the first half where we've seen all those handling errors, not keeping the ball in contact. And now we're seeing it again.
Ja, spel wat los is nou in die laaste minuut of so. Hy struktuur is nie meer daar nie.
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this, folks. If you're not enjoying this, well, I'm not sure, because this is going to go down to the wire, as we say. It's a 1-point game. 8.5 minutes to go. Daniels. Seister. That's a good kick going forward. Is it going to go into touch? No, it's not. It's in the hands here of Akil Arendorf. Now he finds his winger. Now there's a green wall coming at him. And eventually he's brought down. Not contesting at the breakdown. Switching direction. He's Swats. Truter pops it up, and again they lose the ball, but I think that was deemed high. Yeah, indicated by the referee. High tackle. They'll slow the play down and then just kick this ball into touch.
Ja, Eugene, hulle kan dit doen. Hulle loop met 1 punt voor op die tellbord natuurlik. Hammies teen Lilies vanmiddag, en soos Eugene sê, lekker aanskoulik. Ons geniet dit hier in die kommentaar hokkie. Dankie dat jy saam met ons kuier hier op Wake Up DC se YouTube blad. Ons is baie bevoorreg om hierdie toernooi na jou toe te kan bring. Die Thurlow Marsh Rugby Easter Festival. Ons het donderdag hier begin, Eugene, en vandag is die laaste dag, en ek dink soos ek sê, daar antisipasie wat nou groei vir haar finaal wat kom. Ek sien die spanne sal besig om voor te berei, op te warm. Jy kan die energie in die lug voel. Daar die finaal tussen Roses en Hillcrest United.
Wellington derby to come, but ball in the hands here of Swats. Truter. Oh, again. Well, this big fella, he has gained so many runs going forward. That's Blom. Switching it now to the left-hand side. That's a brilliant pop-up over the top. Now it's in the hands here of Fortain. And now he loses the ball going forward. Still in the hands here of Abbotsdale. They need to make the play. Now, can they keep going? Oh, now they lose the ball. And this is going to be advantage going the way here of young Hamilton's. 6 minutes on the clock. In goes the brain. Wide it goes to Truter. Thinking of putting on the boot. Now that's a quick ball out. In the hands of Mahoney. He's seen very, very little of the ball. Brought down about 7 meters out. Swats. Arendorf. Men are plenty here on this side. Running at pace. Going forward is Martin. Oh, referee's going to blow. And it's a penalty. This is right in front of the sticks. And the double blow, the double whistle, you know what's coming here. He's looking for one. Fingers being pointed. There he is. He's actually just saying, listen, no more in this area. To Andrew Janchis. No more, please. And they're going to look like they're going to go. Oh, they're going to go for the scrum. Wow. You explain that one, Ian.
Baie interessant, Eugenie, besluit om die skrim te vat. Hulle is letterlik voor die pale met net oor die 5 minute se speeltyd oor. So, onthou hulle moet hierdie geleentheid gebruik natuurlik, nee. Hulle kan nie nou hierdie beweging laat skipbreek lei nie. Ons kyk of dit gaan werk. Miskien het ons miskien 'n ander oogpunt, Eugene. Hulle weet miskien iets wat ons nie weet nie.
Well, we'll see what happens from this. Because it looks like it's the big number 18, Michaels. Jeffron Michaels is looking like he's going to be replaced here. And it is Reuters that has to go back on the field for young Hamiltons. Well, we'll know in the next couple of minutes about this decision. I hope it's not a talking decision that me and you, or you and I, are going to have a long debate over.
Wedstryde word natuurlik gewen of verloor op sulke besluite. So Eugene, soos jy sê, het sal interessant wees om te sien wat hier gebeur. Afhangend van wat hier gebeur, gaan ons 'n interessante gesprek verder hê hierdie wedstryd.
I think so. Well, scrum. Hammy's ball in front of the sticks, midway between the 22 and the try line of Abbotsdale. They find themselves picked up at the back by Michaels. In it goes there to Klein. Pops out to the left, Swats. Reuters immediately in the thick of things. They're saying to slow things down a little bit. Swats again pops it to the big men. They want to play all the rugby in this 22. Being directed by Truter now as well. Out it goes to the left-hand side. Still with Hammies. Switching play to the right. Reuters, well, he's had some time off the field, but he's in the thick of things. Still with young Hamilton. Truta. He sort of lopes his way forward. Still with them. Can they get quick ball? Looks like they're going to go to the left-hand side, then to the right. Maybe not the best decision. Now then, Abbotsdale kicking the ball forward. Akil Arendorf, he needs to mop up. And oh no, you can't do that. Now they popped up, but it's in the hand of Abbotsdale, and they're going to score under the try line. Can you believe that? From getting... Oh, it's not been given. It's not been given, folks. It has been said it's knocked on. Oh my, oh my.
Aksie Eugene, aksie en nogmaals aksie. Ons kan sien die reaksie van die Abbotsdale bankie voor ons. Hulle kan dit nie glo nie. Hulle het gedink is 'n 3, hulle het klaar opgespring toe die speler oorduik. Ons het ook so gedink natuurlik, nê. Ons het gedink is 'n 3. Maar meneer de Klerk wat sê nee. Miskien is julle te vroeg vir my. So julle moet terugkom.
Well, they just got to have the scrum of their life here, Abbotsdale, because they've taken play from their own 5-meter line, and look where they are now. On young Hamilton's 5-meter line. It's Hammy's throw into the scrum. Hammy's, they're leading by a single point. Discipline needs to be kept. Michaels popped it up there again behind the scrum. Swartz. Truta. Oh, he's not going to find his touch. He's going to find Peters. Now, what have you got? He's had a good game. He's going to run straight. You know that. Well, now he's been kept up. He's trying to get to the ground. Now, eventually, referee says you've got to leave. Now it's the turn for young Hamiltons to keep their discipline. Excellently done there by Africa. Popped up. Bartman with a good run. He's held up. Oh, what a game, Ian. What a game this is turning in to be. Again, popped in there to Niemand. He goes to ground. Still Abbotsdale. Now they're changing direction. Seister, you got to keep your eye on him as well. They're looking for their game changers here. Bartman again fires it out here to the winger. Oh, he pops it into the inside to Niemand. Oh, he had a supportive runner just on his outside. In the bodies go. Still there for Abbotsdale. What a finish to this plate final we have here at the Thurlow Marsh Easter Rugby Festival. Brilliant run there forward by the captain himself, Chances. Back they come. Bartman tackled. Now it's a turn for young Hamiltons to keep tackling. Whoa, right. Oh, that's not Reuters. Apologies, that's Arends. Arends with a good run going forward. Referee with his arm out, coming in from the side. Quick ball out. There is Chances again. The captain burling his way. Easy over the line. Now they go over the line. Now they've got the try. Abbotsdale. They have got the try. And with that, they go into the lead.
Kan jy nou meer? Abbotsdale wat uiteindelik hy geleentheid gebruik. Moedig verdedig. Deur Hamiltons heeltyd fase na fase. Maar hierdie keer rond hulle af. Goed gedoen deur die manne van Abbotsdale en hulle slaan terug. Letterlik gewees.
Now they've got the
En alle aanduiding Eugene lyk dit of hulle oorwinnaar sy die stryd gaan tree.
Well, you know where I'm going, Ian. You know where I'm going. Young Hamilton's had a penalty right in front of the sticks. They opted to have a scrum. And from that scrum, Abbotsdale managed to get that ball turned over and were camping in the 22 for the last 2 or 3 minutes of this game. Abdul, just to put the cherry on top here for Abbotsdale. There's a kick. It's unsuccessful, but they won't matter. It is Abbotsdale.
Now they go over the line.
Lily,
Now they've got
39.
the try.
Young Hamilton,
Abbotsdale.
35. What a game of rugby we saw there.
Ek dink as jy ondersteuner is van Young Hamiltons, gaan jy jouself afvra hoe kon ons hierdie wedstryd deur ons vingers laat glip het. Ons het gepraat daarvan daardie situasie waar hulle miskien moes palle toe geskop het, Ons het gesê dit gaan 'n groot besprekingspunt wees en ek dink as die afrigters hierdie wedstryd in oënskou moet neem, moet hulle sê Eugene, daai was 'n kritieke wedstrydsituasie wat ons die maklikste opsie moes gebruik het en ongelukkig het hulle daardie situasie deur hulle vingers laat glip. Maar ons moet ook vir Lilies die eer gee. Hulle het min geslaan daaruit. Hulle was heeltyd op die voorvoet van daardie situasie gewees. Baie druk geplaas op die verdediging van Young Hamiltons. Hulle word uiteindelik beloon en die verdedigende kampioen wat terugslaan. Hulle het gesê hulle gaan iets uit hierdie wedstryd kry en op die laaste nippertjie het hulle dit gedoen.
Well, you said it in that first half. It's going to be a game where we're going to be talking about decision making. And young Hamiltons, they're going to look at that and say, listen, maybe we should have just been glad to take 3 points. I can maybe understand maybe trying to run the time down, but you're always sort of playing that you could lose the ball because we've seen defensively as well that at times both these teams were very good. The scoreline might not suggest it, but I mean, there were critical moments. And then from that scrum as well, you know, errors there, not finding their touch again. It is so small errors that can define a game, and that is definitely what stood out here in this game.
Ja, Eugene, ek sal die moeilike taak vir jou los om 'n speler van die wedstryd te kies.
Thanks, man. No, I think everybody had a brilliant game. I think the captain, Andre Jancis, he's had a brilliant game there. He's led his team very well going forward. But I think for me, the man that has changed it as well is the 15, Janesco Peters. He's had a good run. He's got a try as well, and he's always kept his team going forward. For me, it will be that man, Peters, that gets the man of the match, that goes the way of Abbotsdale. I think they were brilliant. Also, we have to mention Ardendorf. He had a brilliant game for Young Hamiltons. Otto scored a good try. Langeveld, he was always there, prominent as well. They lost a couple of the big men up front, did Young Hamiltons, and that sort of changed things around. Walid Hines, the 8, he had a storming game as well, but he picked up an injury. But for me, goes to Peters.
Kan nie genoeg saam met jou stem, Eugene. Pieter wat 'n barsou gespeel het en aan die ander kant van Young Hamilton se hele paar spelers wat natuurlik vir hulle uitgestaan het. Een man wat sy hard uitgespeel het vanmiddag, Akil Arendorf. Hy sal bitter ongelukkig wees dat hy aan die verkeerde kant van die resultaat was, maar hy moet ongelukkige wenner en 'n verloder wees en hierdie keer is dit 'n Abbotsdale verdedigende kampioen wat met die 3de plek op hierdie plaasfinaal wegstap. Wat 'n goeie wedstryd. Dankie dat julle saam met ons gekuier het hier op Boycap DC se YouTube bladsy. Eugene en Charlotte het nou die eer om die finaal na julle toe te bring. Bly ingeskakel.